Good morning. Happy Thursday. It's October 24th. Thanks so much for joining us for this edition of Up to the Minute. I'm Sade Campbell, and in addition to serving as your host, I serve as HCC's Enrollment Communications and Social Media Manager. And pleased to be joined by my co-host, Ms. Linda Davis, who's the Office Manager for College Operations. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning, Sade. Glad to be back in the hot seat or the hopper seat.
Yes, absolutely. Well, how would now for those who are watching this on playback who need to tell a friend, because if you haven't told anybody about Up to the Minute, what are you doing? We got less than 90 days, less than a year. This is your opportunity to tell somebody about us in 2024. So tell them how to find us, Linda.
Absolutely. We're live on Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, and YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV at noon, 5, and 10.
All right. Well, we are one day away from the weekend. That's what it means when you see my face on Up to the Minute. And that also means that it is Thursday Family Fun Day. And today we'll learn about a unique light display called Radiant Nature to celebrate the holidays. Yes, I mean, we felt a little breeze and basically it's almost Christmas. So this interview is appropriate. Here to talk to us today is Justin Lacey, who's the Director of Communications and Community Engagement, and Mayra Dragustinovis, who is the event production specialist, and both of them are with the Houston Botanical Garden. Good morning, you all.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, you and Linda are going to have a holiday themed interview in just a second. But first, HCC is hosting another STEM Day, and this is one about the ethics of AI. So we are going to hear all about it today. Joining us to talk about it is Rumela Bose, who's the HCC Central Public Service Librarian, and Dr. Dalton McWhinney, who is a HCC biology professor, and they are both co-coordinators of STEM Day, the ethics of AI. Welcome back to the show, Rumela, and welcome to the show, Dalton.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, so our libraries here at HCC really have incredible event series because learning happens outside of the classroom. It happens in spaces that aren't truly designated as like, okay, I came here, I'm getting on my computer, I'm here to learn. So you all have so much supplemental learning opportunities that you all are doing. And I'm sure this event is just like that. So you all have teamed up with the Library Advisory Council and the Science Club to celebrate National STEM Day with these special events. And this is the second one, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so why don't you all tell us about STEM Day in general and what you all did last year and how you all decided to keep things going this year?
You want to go ahead?
So this is our second annual STEM Day, and we started this last year in 2023. That was the first annual, and Dr. Siddiqui, then the central president, was like and like a crucial people like who kind of like came to us because Dr. McWhinney and myself and the Student Library Advisory Council and the Science Club, we coordinated before for Women in STEM, which used to be in March. And then Dr. Siddiqui said, why not we do something like, in November, because November 8th is the National STEM Day. So we really wanted to celebrate that. Last year, our theme was like STEM inspiration, the future of sustainability. And this year, since AI is like, and especially in HCC, we now have new like artificial intelligence programs. So we thought it would be great that we could have something called like ethics of AI in STEM, and that's how it all gets started.
Awesome. And I love last year's theme, but this year's theme is especially appropriate. And there are two people in this world. People who are like, yes, what's the next tool? And those are like, no, I'm kind of scared of that, right? and 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 that's where I think a lot of people who are afraid of it is because it's a really undefined space in the ethics arena. So you all tackling this, I'm sure, is very much to speak to people's apprehensions and then just help people get an understanding. So tell people more about the theme and what inspired it.
We're very excited about the opportunity to come on HCCTV and talk about the ethics of AI in STEM. I recall recently, a few years ago, we were looking at virtual reality and how virtual reality help our students. Students can navigate through the cell and understand cell structure and function and enhance their career. Well, we have evolved tremendously over a short period of time. And now we're looking at artificial intelligence as it relates to STEM career. The issue that we're going to be faced with, or we're facing at this point in time, is how do we control this type of environment and make it beneficial to our students and the community? That's one of our focus. And because of that, we have a panel discussion within the program. It involves some of our students and it involves our faculty and industry um, individuals. And it's going to be an open policy where questions are put out to the panel and the panel will address these issues. So we're going down uncharted territory as far as I'm concerned. And
Absolutely.
We have to navigate and put ourselves in a position where our students benefit from this sort of technology and recognize that it also can be abused and recognize that there are ethical issues surrounding it.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Absolutely. And I know you were kind of leaning into what can people expect. So I heard a little bit that there will be a panel discussion. There'll be a great lineup. I know Dr. Siddiqui moved from being central president to our vice chancellor of innovation and digital strategy. I think his nickname here is Mr. Metaverse. So he is really into making sure that our students, faculty, and staff understand the benefits, but also understand how we need to take the proper we need to have the proper approach to engaging with this new technology. So what can people expect at the event, Rumela?
So today we have a wonderful agenda. We have some speakers, and we will be, of course, have the welcome speech from the Vice President of the Central College, Susan Bremer, and then we will have an industry speaker who is our keynote speaker, Mr. Ash Menon, who is the Vice President of the Global Operation National Oil Well Verco, and then we will have Dr. Jiang from Baylor College of Medicine, who is working with AI. So that would be a wonderful, for our students and the community and everybody within HCC to hear from them. And as Dr. McWhinney mentioned, we have the panel discussion. And of course, we will have Dr. Siddiqui as our, one of our speakers. So that's something that's we are looking for. We will also have a student poster competition, research poster competition, because we really wanted, our goal is to provide them with a platform from different field to showcase their research, whether they're in biology or chemistry, engineering.
I love that. And that's both sides of the brain. You're taking the STEM side of the brain and making them do a little bit with some art. Dalton, I love the intersection of how it is tying into the sciences and the curriculum on the STEM side. What can a student expect to walk away with that'll help them in their studies at HCC, but also preparing for the workforce?
They will walk away with a broader knowledge of the applications of AI. Let me give you an example. DNA, for example, the human genome was sequenced, but now we can accumulate so much data that we can use this artificial intelligence to locate mutations in genes and assist our living longevity, solving problems with cancer, for example. So their views will be much broader when they leave a conference like this. We're not just talking about computer technology. We're talking about the application of computer technology to science and STEM related fields.
I love
So
that.
I'm excited about that.
Yes, and I really hope students who are watching that they are paying attention, they are signing up, they're checking out the flyer and the details that'll be posted after the show. I want to thank Rumela Bose, who's HCC Central's Public Service Librarian and an Innovation Fellow, and Dr. Dalton McWhinney, who is a biology professor here at HCC. Both are co-coordinators of STEM Data Ethics of AI. Again, information about the event will be posted after the show. Thanks so much for joining us, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Well, up next after a commercial break, Linda will talk to our Thursday Family Fun Day guest about its unique new light display called Radiant Nature.
When I grow up, I want to work at a school so I can be a teacher.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Well, welcome back, gang. We're back with Justin Lacey, Director of Communications and Community Engagement, and Mayra Dragustinovis. Forgive me, Mayra, Event Production Specialist of the Houston Botanical Garden. Welcome back to the show, Justin and Mayra, and I think this is your guys' first time here with us.
It's my second time, Myra's first, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome. We'll start with you, Justin, since you're the old pro. We've been told that this version of Radiant Nature is one-of-a-kind holiday lantern festival for you. Can you give us an overview of the event?
Absolutely. So this is our second year to do Radiant Nature. It is a Chinese lantern festival in the garden, but for those that came last year, it is all new. These are all new installations. We work with a partner who produces more lantern shows around the country than anyone else, and so they have a great wealth of things that they can bring in, and so they are committed to making the show all new every year. So people that came last year, people that saw it last year, there's something for them to discover. People that saw what they missed last year and want to check it out, it's going to be equally as spectacular, but also all new. And the other thing that's great about this show that's a little bit different is it is not tied to any specific holiday. We will certainly celebrate the Lunar New Year in February, but because of that, it really is, it's a show for Houston. It is entirely multicultural. No matter what you celebrate, what you choose not to celebrate, you're going to find something for you during the winter season at Radiant Nature.
Awesome. Well, Mayra, it's time for your big debut. Are you ready to get your feet wet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's bring you in to discuss the cultural significance of the festival. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, so as Justin mentioned, we work with a production partner called Tianyu who builds the lanterns for us. And so the cultural significance is that the artistry of Chinese lanterns is reflected throughout the entire show. It is a time to celebrate peace and prosperity. And so being able to have lanterns that celebrate not only Asian culture, but also reflect stuff that is found at the garden throughout the season is something that all Houstonians will be able to enjoy.
This is great. So I want to ask you also, Mayra, while I have you and you're getting your feet wet, tell us about the special features, any key attractions?
Absolutely. So the trail is about a mile long, and it is sectioned off into a nature section, immersive section, as well as an Asian culture section. So in the nature section, we'll find lanterns of plants, flowers, and even wildlife that is found at the garden. In the immersive section, we have displays such as a panda whack-a-mole, rainbow wings and swings, as well as some really cool Instagram-worthy photo ops. And in the Asian culture section, you can find the Chinese zodiac, some oil paper umbrellas, as well as a show-stopping geodome with a giant lotus in the center. So a lot to see.
Well, Mayra, I got to tell you, I'm a foodie. So what can you tell me about the visitors engagement portion of it?
Yes, we will have food and beverage, themed drinks, food that will definitely please all palates. We'll also have rotating pop-up vendors that come in and out throughout the entire season. So if people want to come more than once, they will have a different experience each time.
Woo! Sounds like my cup of tea. Justin, tell us about how it is also an immersive experience.
Absolutely. So like Myra mentioned, the trail's about a mile long and there will be no dark spot along that trail. Like you start walking it and you are constantly surrounded. And the other thing we love about it is it's nature, it's Asian culture, but everything is larger than life. And so we're talking, you know, a 20+ foot illuminated ginkgo tree and a 40-foot tall Chinese temple. And so the scale of everything, you really feel completely surrounded. And so there's that. And then like Myra mentioned as well, there's a lot of interactive things where you're encouraged to touch. There's an interactive touch screen that you can do. There's a sunflower immersive where you're actually going to walk into a mirrored box surrounded by sunflowers. It just, you know, again, bring your cameras, bring your phone, be ready. You're gonna want to take pictures and remember what you saw.
Well, this sounds like a very beautiful event. So, and can you tell us, how does the event align with the overall mission of the garden?
Absolutely. You know, our key part of our mission is connecting people with plants. And so certainly daytime visitors get that immediately. At nighttime, it's a little bit of a challenge, but again, our partner has done an incredible job of being very thoughtful in the plants that we have. So one of the first things you're going to see when you walk in at night is purple coneflowers. Well, purple coneflowers are a native plant that we have in multiple places in the garden. So, you know, there's that aspect. We also, our horticulture staff has looked at the plant palette that's been presented, and some of the displays will have signage with it that will give you some plant facts, give you some cultural information about plants, how they're used medicinally, things like that. So people that take the time to read that, they get both kind of a feast for the eyes, but a little bit of knowledge to take home as well. We did that last year and heard a lot of positive feedback.
That is great. Now, Mayra, the last question goes to you. This will show if you officially graduate. Well, we'll end the show with you telling us about how this impacts the community. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So we are working on not only bringing Houston to the garden, but bringing the garden to Houston. So we are partnering with several other organizations and cultural institutions around town to set up satellite exhibitions where we can give people a sneak peek of what they can expect if they actually come out to the Houston Botanic Garden. And so it's been a really awesome partnership to be able to work with the likes of Theater Under the Stars and the Hobby Center. We are also going to pop up at the Asia Society Night Market. You'll be able to find us at the Texas Medical Center as well as downtown. And so being able to work with other organizations around Houston has been great for us. And we're also supporting local vendors as well as creating over 20 seasonal jobs to stimulate the local economy.
That sounds great. So if I wanted to bring a group, is this something I could bring like my church group or a family group? How does that work?
Yes, absolutely. We do offer a group discount. We do also offer venue spaces available for rental if you do want to take it up a notch and have some type of party. We have several venue spaces as well as a dedicated area where we'll be able to offer space for proposals and stage photography with a custom lantern as the background.
Well, my birthday's coming up, so y'all just might see me out and about.
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
Well, we want to thank Justin, Lacey, and Mayra. Mayra, would you pronounce your last name so I don't butcher it again?
You got it. It's Dragustinovis.
Dragustinovis
Yes,
of
ma'am.
the Houston Botanical Garden, and our Thursday Family Fun Day guests. We'll have more information in the post after the show. Thank you guys for coming. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break. Sade and I'll be back with some updates and announcements.
Thank you for having us.
When I grow up, I want to work in a lab to build robots.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me and then you just linked arms with me, I don't think you know how much like that helped me. I finally like knew that I had somebody.
All right, well, welcome back. We're going to wrap things out like we always do up to the minute with news and announcements happening around HCC and in our community. First up, we have Mindful Mondays, designed to enhance your well-being. HCC Central's Wellness Center is hosting 5 workshops from now through December 2nd to empower and enhance attendees' well-being for success in college, work, and in life. The next one will be gentle with yourself. I think we all need that reminder. It'll be a journey to self-compassion. It'll be happening Monday, October 28th from noon to 1 at HCC Central's campus, San Jacinto building. I was looking at the acronym and had to remember the name. Registration is required, so be sure to check the details posted after the show.
Avoid a health scare. Attend Coleman's spooktacular event. HCC Coleman College will host a spooktacular healthcare careers fair. Allows students and groups to take Mad Lab tours of 5 healthcare programs. Then they can trick or treat, judge pumpkin decorations, or eat pizza from 9 a.m. to noon, Tuesday, October the 29th at Coleman Tower. Check out our post after the show.
All right, we have Tricks or Dog Treats. Our Digicom professor and longtime dog whisperer, Carolyn Tan, has orchestrated a one-of-a-kind showcase called the Tricks and Treats Dog Show. Having her on the show before, we don't think you all want to miss this one. It'll be happening from 10 a.m. to noon on Friday, November 1st at our West Houston Institute in the courtyard. Be sure to check out details after the show.
It pays to advertise at HCC Central. Ads stare us in the face from billboards, interrupt our favorite TV shows, and target us in our social media. But guess what? It's nothing new. The drama department's new production, It Pays to Advertise, was written in 1914 and it explores the ever-changing landscape of advertising and the power of suggestion. It'll be held November the 7th through the 11th at the HCC Central Mirror Stage. See our post after the show for more information.
All right, well, our annual speech tournament is happening. Many graduates say that speech tournaments are where they learn how to get by in business. I think it's an underrated soft skill. I don't care what field you go into. I guarantee you at some point in your life, you are going to have to do some form of public speaking. So think about registering for this one. Plus, you can earn up to a $1,500 scholarship if the skill earning a skill set wasn't the incentive. I'm sure maybe that scholarship will be. Any full or part-time HCC students can apply, including our dual credit students if they maintain the 2.0 or higher. It'll be happening November 16th at 8:30 a.m. at West Loop campus. Deadline to register is November 6th, so be sure to check the post after the show for details on how to sign up.
Spring registration has begun. Now, I know we're just now putting on our fall jackets because it's getting a little cool, but we're already planning for spring. So join us for spring registration. The semester has already started with classes being offered in a variety of programs and in a variety of semester lengths. HCC courses are also offered in a range of modalities, including online anytime, online on a schedule, hybrid, both face-to-face and in person, and hybrid labs. So if you want to find out more information about how to get started and how to get your spring in swing, to learn more, check us out on hccs.edu/apply or stop by any of our campuses. We'll be more than happy to help you.
All right, well, coming up tomorrow, we'll welcome another new college vice president when Alberto Urbina joins us from HCC Southeast. And that will be followed by our final welcome of our VPs, Colleen Riley, who is the new VP of HCC Southwest, joining us on Monday. Thanks so much for joining us for this edition of Up to the Minute. We'll see you next time.